viewed as being the consumers and the laboring body, the lower end of the laboring body. And so we are the most expendable ones because we put ourselves in that position by continuing to keep ourselves in that position. And so we have to be willing to fight and overcome that. And going back to like your generation, Brother James, anytime we make strides and we fight, we can't celebrate and feel like that we can go back, that we've made progress, and now we can kind of go
and chill.
The point is when you make any significant amount of progress, you got to push through and you got to continue. You can't ever let up because they're not letting up. The system is not letting up. And I would say things actually will get worse before they get better, because you end up with that, if we get to that day, we end up with the Alamo effect. And so from that standpoint, we have to just get more people involved, more people active, more of our people conscious of the fact that we have to hold ourselves accountable, and therefore we have to do more than just simply only be concerned with our immediate family and base everything that we do for our children on them just doing for their children, and get out of that little bubble net of idealism that we call a family, when in essence our family should be a village, should be a community, because we have a lot of parents to have an actual intact community so that we can actually draw from that perspective. Because right now, Black folks are just operating off individualism.
Mm-hmm.
Bill, this, kind of goes against everything that you learn in an elite military force.
Right.
And when you get out, and Dr. Kaci, I don't know where you served, but just the fact that you served means that at one time you were also a part of that particular force, whether it was good or bad. But it does instill with you in a certain mindset. First of all, survival.
Mm-hmm.
That's number one. Okay. Then, first of all, you think about because that's the most important thing. You belong to the unit. You are a part of a unit. So you celebrate that. Then the second thing you celebrate are your individual skills. You're rewarded for those. You're given promotion for those individual skills. Bill, you might have been a little bit different since you were part of the officer cadre, but I'm still thinking that the mindset of the survival skills of taking care of oneself and those that, as Brother Williams was saying, that immediate family, that unit. Why weren't we able to bring those same skills to our neighborhoods and exploit those skills? I mean, those are resources. Why have we kept them hidden? Is it because in some cases, you weren't those radical ideas weren't accepted that now are accepted, or as Grandma would say, have we grown too big for our britches?
I think that's an exceptionally good question, and I would say that some people did take those skills and did take things they've learned, and from Geronimo to Jaja Pratt to a long list of others, Medgar Evers, and it's a long list of people that took lessons they learned in their military career and used them either directly or indirectly to get involved in trying to move Black people forward. Now, the issue, or it's not the issue, there are a list of issues, but amongst the issues is that when you are trying to do anything with, for, or around Black people, we talked earlier about this enormous mountain of self-hatred, right? there's so many different things we're fighting against, but the one universal, enormous millstone on every single movement, I don't care if you're talking about a violent movement, a nonviolent movement, a mixed movement, a religious-based movement, a politically-based movement, an economic-based movement, none of them has effectively yet managed to, first of all, though many have tried, to remove that enormous millstone of self-hatred, right? That's the first thing. Black people don't tend to like or trust each other. We talked about that because, as the doctor pointed out, we don't tend to like or trust ourselves. So you have that first thing that you're trying to overcome, right? Before all that long list of other things that you've got to try to overcome, there's that, right? There's that. That's your first thing you got to do is, how do I get these people who don't like or trust each other to like, trust each other, and perhaps even lay down their lives for each other? Because we talked about, once again, what you do when you're putting a unit together. And there's a whole class, a block of instruction, I guess is the term that's used, that when you go through officer basic camp, that's spent on instilling esprit de corps, right? That's built on building unit cohesion. That's built on taking a bunch of people who didn't know each other from a can of paint a few weeks ago and getting them to get to the point where they would literally die for each other, right? That is something that, if the Army's not good for anything else, and other branches well, isn't good for anything else, it's really good at teaching you what truly motivates people, right? You get to really see how motivation actually works. And, when it fails to work as well, but it's a great laboratory. If nothing else, the military is an excellent laboratory for understanding human motivation, right? And seeing it actually play out in real time. There's really no other. We have lots of psychology and psychiatry, and lots of the things where they try to explore these things, but because they can't, do live fire exercises and they can't, actually have a war, they don't get to see all these things that actually play out when you truly put people in life or death situations.